Hello! Back for more derping around in Space Engineers. Hopefully more progress. Hello, Kazuma. Yeah, good, all the loot got emptied out. I'm just gonna remember what I was planning to do next. Oh yeah, I should probably pick a spot where I'm going to start this big tower. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not just going to whack it on top of this mountain because, well, that would make getting stuff there to build it kind of difficult. That was also the handbrake and not the connector. There we go. Oh, actually, hang on. I have a better idea. Considering I obviously don't have a jetpack, at least on the planet, I figured I could make a little, basically just like a little platform to sit on and fly around in. It certainly makes scouting a lot easier than driving this rover out everywhere and getting stuck. Thanks, Ghost Outcast. Where am I going to put a connector? Suppose on this left side, maybe? Because I kind of need the right-hand side for the rover. So if I do it like here, it'll make me keep the size of the drone down. Yeah, probably let side access so I don't need to worry about getting rid of this one. Should hopefully give enough space. Hello, Spectre Spectrum. Ooh, I might not have the resources for this. Sounds like another trip back to the place where I got the thrust components for the better tools for might be a good idea. Oh, nickel. What do I have that has nickel? Obviously not batteries, because that's what I'm trying to make. Pretty much anything else. Oh, don't I have like a million metal grids? 300, 410. Okay, yes I do. Okay, yeah, that should work. Might be worth putting on power efficiency modules at some point. Because, yeah, these two wind turbines obviously aren't very powerful being inside. And if I was wanting to add more wind turbines outside, I would have to merge block them into place. Or weld pad. Oh, yep, I got the weld pads, good. Smug black ant. How much power does it use? 560. If I remember correctly, using all power efficiency modules changes it to like 200. Oh wait, that's refinery. Wrong thing. Ah, they're both the same, okay. Might be worth building a second one. Because I'd still use less power than I currently am with the modules on it. Oh, right. Do I have a jetpack? I still forget that sometimes. There we go. Ah! Oh, stuck. Dang it, I didn't quite place it correctly. Okay, I really need to change these to reinforced conveyors, just it's a lot more easy to walk across. Aha, there we go. Perfect. That'll do. Hopefully I'm not about to explode. Pretty well. I mean, you never know. Okay, so what do I need? It's pretty much just battery, semi-atmospheric thrusters, and a seat. Oh, and either cockpit or remote control. Actually, hang on. I can just use the helm instead. that's the cheapest, I think. Gyro. Well, yes, gyro would be very important. It does sound like the kind of thing I would forget. There we go. That's no fun. It's like, no, we want him to suffer. Oh, yeah, these might come in handy. Especially making this as compact as possible. Because it's basically going to be my equivalent of the jetpack. Yeah, just make 10 of them. Okay, I did not appreciate quite how much stuff that requires. Hang on, I should already have the metal grids. He will still suffer. Hey! I mean, yeah, I'll probably find some other way to suffer instead. And of iron, really? Oh, disassemble more metal grids it is. I get the feeling I'm just going to end up making a flying box. I mean, it probably is the best way of doing it. I figure even if this is an overkill amount of thrust, it's better than not enough. Flies upside down anyways. I mean, that'd be bad if I've got no downwards thrust then. What do I have that I can make into more iron? Hang on, I can just... How much steel plate have I got? 700, 800. Okay, yeah, that'll be fine. I can just disassemble 300. I suppose that's the advantage of salvaging that station thing I found. Have some resources to work with. Okay, needs a little bit more. There we go. I'll do. Like I'm also assembling 10, I've just made 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. But anyway. Do I just whack on speed modules to the assembler at least? That might be a good option. This is a little bit slow. What do I need? A bunch of... Whoa, hang on a second. Why did it say... I wasn't seeing things. When I first selected the speed module, it said reactor component. That was weird. Must have been because I was messing around with small grid stuff. Ah. Hello, buddy. Okay, good. I can get off and still be standing on the vehicle, because obviously I don't want to just plummet off it the moment I get on. Oh, right. Ah, no, I didn't mean for it to make that many stuff. Why are you doing this? Just want motors. Maybe not quite that many. Assembler, where are you? Here you are. Have I died yet? Don't think so. I know, it's very unusual for me. Not today, at least. I don't remember dying last week. Dying does make your memory go fuzzy. That's certainly a quote. Nice to get this thing up and running. That way you can explore it faster. What else? So obviously I need gyro. Ore detector could work. Okay, I think building the speed modules first might actually be the way to go. Mainly because they don't use quite so many motors. As I guess I already had most of the stuff. I forget what you were doing. I went out exploring, slightly got lost, turned the starter rover into a bit more of a heavy-duty transport. Surprisingly, it didn't fall over with all that extra weight on top. Oh, and I got the better tools as well. Okay, this ought to speed things up a bit. Okay, that's more like it. Factory fully depleted in 4 hours. And just one more. Should hopefully make this assembling and disassembling process a lot faster. They've fixed it! They've finally fixed it, I think. Or I'm trying to remember if that was incorrect. Because it was, if you whacked all speed modules on a refinery, it would show a much higher value than the actual speed increase. And the reason for that was that speed modules give 1.0 improvement, so 100%. And the display thing incorrectly said the refinery had, what is it? Yeah, 100% refined speed to start with, when it doesn't. It actually has 1.3. Okay. Should make this assembling stuff much faster. Oh, what was that? Diamond Mark II approaching ground installation. Uh-oh. Is it heading for over there? Because I'm kind of in between. Oh no, it seems to be heading away. Guess it's heading for that one. Which is fine by me. Yeah, this is much better. I'm probably going to go flat in like 2 hours, yep. Okay, what happens when it's... Oh, okay, good. It still recharges when it's not active. Well, that's fine then. Okay, I've never used these flat air straight thrusters before, so I have no idea if this one battery is enough power. Kind of funny if it isn't. Change your ramp and high in the core. That's what I'm already doing. Let's finish what this cave is. So in theory, this just needs a gyro? I'm sure if you like used a reactor, there's technically even smaller ways of making a flying thing, but yeah, this is pretty straightforward. Where am I gonna put you? Two gyros. I mean, the worry is 2 gyros is just gonna make me flip over. Hamster power. Connector. Spinning wheel. Okay, so in theory, if I have enough power, this thing should be able to fly. Oh. Ow! I didn't weld the thrusters on the other side. That was smart of me. Luckily, I didn't go too far before I realised that. That would have been rather disastrous. How did I not... How did I miss that? Oh, I know why. Because I was welding it from under here. And how did I... Oh, and because I weld the other ones from up top, of course. Everything's fine here. Okay, how about we try now? There we go. Perfect. How far can I lean over before it starts crashing? I know, it's good. I can even fly upside down. Oh, no, it can't. Okay. Fly at pretty severe angles, as long as I'm not stupid. The only thing is, do I want a non-connector way of attaching to things? Damn, that's not how you spell landing yet. Large plate. Because I want to be able to land out in the field. Yeah, I think that might work better. You basically attach it to a wall. I suppose the alternative would be turn it this way. Make it like level with the connector. Could hit that and then it probably won't fit. I didn't think so. can't... Okay, I think that might just be the best approach. It gets it to almost the same height as the magnet plate. There we go. Okay, that's pretty much ready. What to do now? Oh yes, marking out a starting spot for tower. Oh, there's more things landing at ground installations. Okay, that one's here, that's fine. Ow. Okay, maybe a spotlight would have been a good idea for just to be able to better see where I'm going. Okay, not much power, which isn't that surprising. Well this looks like a pretty good place. It's not the most defensible though. Oh jeez. I can't remember not the most powerful dampeners either. And yeah, this terrain looks pretty bad. This is probably the best spot. Although, it does kind of limit how wide I can make the tower. I suppose do it this way and have the width that way. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, can I land this thing without crashing? Yeah, what am I going to need for the ground level? Probably a battery. And then lots of steel plate. Yeah. So I'm only allowed to build... yeah, I'm only starting the tower itself today. So yeah, I'm only allowed to place the blocks that are directly embedded in the ground, the tower. Everything above that level has to be, well, pads or merge blocks. Which means, for example, if I find a spaceship or something I could use for the tower, well, if it's horizontal, I'd have to find a way to turn it vertical before connecting it. I don't know what stuff. No, inventory. Hang on, I can just dump it in here. That works. Oh, except then the thing's just pulling it all out again, isn't it? I might need to disconnect you. Okay, now it won't fling it back out into the inventory. More iron and more nickel. Okay. Yeah, that's enough. Perfect. Oh yeah, they also fixed the how's the name for it escaped me? Build planner. No, not build planner. The inventory manager? I forget what it's called. The thing that lets you dump stuff into containers now works properly again. It doesn't have to immediately go into the container you're looking at anymore. There we go. And bring some steel plate with me. Actually, geez, I'm running out. Sounds like more salvaging is potentially in order. Oh, did I really leave my game sounds off? I thought I'd turn them on. Weird. Why is it not? That is weird. I've got it on. Nope. Apparently, Space Engineers is just on strike when it comes to game audio at the moment. Aha, there we go. Well, at least it's better than last week where OBS is like, well, your microphone's just going to be off for 5 minutes. Thanks, Aaron. That's very useful. Everything should be back to normal now. I'm suspicious this first iteration of the tower is probably going to get blown up by the first enemy ship that shows up here. Which means I possibly need defenses for this thing. Yeah, that's about as far as I can go that way. Yeah, but it's a decent little markout for now. Where's the battery? There we go. Oh, dang it. Princess Rare can't access the control panel on it. It's clever. Nope, and I can't put it there. Okay, that's fine. I know where it is. Plus it also gives me a GPS of where the entrance is to the base. It's pretty clearly not this way. There was some magnesium out there, wasn't there? Yes. I should probably unpick that up. Because I'm going to need ammo, definitely. And I could at least put a Gatling turret on top of this thing for at least some defense. Just because of how top it is, I keep expecting it to just fall over or explode or both. About 5 kilometers. Should probably have a look at that wreck again, see if there's anything I want intact. It would probably risk this thing falling over even more, but I could probably use some sort of flying grabbing vehicle. Obviously the personal transport drone thing is nowhere near strong enough. I suppose if I can find like a little large grid ship or something, I could turn that into it. Ah, thank you for the raid, Keldarks. Don't hit the trees, don't hit the trees. Hitting the trees is... I'm not sure if I'd say hitting the trees kills your momentum more, but it's also less likely to randomly fling you into space. I mean, even with like proper large grid rovers, if you're not going fast enough, the trees will just stop you. Okay, put up a little bit of speed. Not too fast. I suppose the other thing the drone could use is a antenna remote control, so if I fall out of it or accidentally get out and die or something, I can recall it. I want to go and see what that Sunset Valley thing is, but the security outpost is kind of close. Wait, why is there something neutral like 800 meters in front of me? Oh wait, it might have been the little house thing I scrapped. If there was foundation of it, it might still be there. Yeah, there's nickel boulder. Magnesium's another kilometer past it. The wheel power set on, it seems okay, maybe more like 55%. It seems to kick back quite a bit when launch, which is not what I want. I don't want my rover doing wheelies, as fun as that is. What is the rude rhinoceros talking about? What is the radio? Right, gotta remember I've got the elite drill now, so it's a lot more powerful. Yeah, I think like 10,000 magnesium should be enough. Yeah, I ended up not worrying about the lack of walls in the ground because, well, this is mainly salvage base anyway, and these boulders give quite a bit. Okay, there we go. It's like 12,000. I suppose it kicks up a lot less when it's been weighed down with all that ore. Wait, friendly? Oh, right, I took ownership of this thing, didn't I? Oh. Ah. Ooh, magnesium and gold. Hang on, I need to mark these. Yeah. Full stop. Yeah, I don't think there was enough of this left to really restore it into a flying thing at this point. Because, I mean, yeah, there's some hydrogen thrusters, but they're not particularly useful without fuel, ions. Like, if there were a bunch of, like, atmospherics that were broken but still functional, I could probably work with that. I think take the metal grids and stuff.
Inventory full.
I mean, I could put 2 grinders on there, although I'd probably have to put on a rotor and then it would get complicated.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
I mean, I suppose I technically could use this as the base of the tower, although, like I said, for this sort of thing, I would need a large grid flying thing to pick it up. Or such a colossally large small grid that it wouldn't really be practical. I'm pretty much not at that point yet.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Ooh, can I sneak around to Sunset Valley? Might try and do it on the way back. Then again, I don't want to lose all my loot, do I? Actually, it might just be faster to take the flyer out. Plus, if the flyer gets shot down and I die, I can just make another one. This rover's a bit more tricky. Alright, I did make a path up here.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
It's my own self-imposed challenge of not building large grids. Makes things a lot more tricky. It's like, oh, I want a large grid grinder or carrying ship. Well, I've got to find one or assemble one out of bits I've collected. How much container space have I got left? Okay, not much.
Inventory full.
Hopefully I should be able to get these 2 thrusts at least.
Inventory full.
Okay, let's bring that stuff back home. Ah yes, follow on the flyer, that was the other thing. Okay, it seems like everything's spawning off to the side. Nothing spawned along the path back to base, which is kind of fortunate. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Keep my eyes on the road for boulders. Alright, gotta remember to stick on the right hand side so I end up driving into that den like I did last time and getting stuck. Actually, I'm not triggering more spawns. New point of view, which NPC ship spaces are the best for stacking, yeah. Yeah, the problem with a lot of ships is I'd have to turn them vertically to get the best height out of them, which sounds pretty complicated. I mean, in theory, I could just do them as they normally are horizontally, but then it's going to take an eternity to get the height I need. Yeah, I think any like sort of bases I find will be for stacking. Large grid ships at the beginning would probably be for converting into something useful. Like, I'm going to need something that can carry back the larger wrecks relatively quickly, and I'm probably also going to need like a little, maybe like a small grid thing. Something for carrying like individual blocks I need. Because it's not only the tower, like, say if I find I find a large grid ship that's most intact but it's missing a gyro, I need to attach one somehow. And especially if I'm not wanting to just stick the gyro on the outside, I'm going to need a pretty small ship to maneuver it inside. I mean, I suppose I could do like a version of my little transport drone, but with way more lift. And with a mag plate thing on the underside. Damn, why is it so dark? Spotlights are at maximum power, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't crash. Yeah. Ideally, I want to get away from this rover and get to flying stuff as quickly as possible. Obviously, something like this is a lot easier to make. And to make bigger, especially. You don't have to worry about lift. Camera angle. There we go. Because, yeah, driving 7 kilometers up and back every time I have to go and get loot isn't brilliant. Okay, so I just need to stick to the sort of grainy coloured bit of ground. Because the problem is I made the mistake of thinking, oh, I'll head into the forest, and then, oh no, I'm lost. Alright, probably should have got a recharge button for the drone. But I've also got to not smash into the base I put down. Where the tower's going to be. So I need to be on the left of the tower. Let's slow down so I don't crash into it. Ah, there it is. Those security outposts are going to be a pain. I'll have to deal with them at some point. This looks like the right way. Ah, there we go. Oh, if it can climb up the hill, that is. Oh, yeah, the wheelie. It's slightly scary. Alright, I got you my U-turn here now. Yeah, home sweet home. Smug Dark Beetle. Put it at the opposite end so I don't activate it by accident. What should I call this thing? And there's a reason I put TD, but now I can't remember. TFE drone or something? The hamster cube. It's sort of like that. Ah, sure, why not? Well, I mean, actually, come to think of it, I could, like, enclose it in, round windows. That'd be kind of funny. Oh, that reminds me of a mod I've forgotten. The one that easy block renaming that lets you rename all the blocks at once. Because then I can just stick the name hamster cube onto the end of everything on the grid. Charge. Oh no, how much power is the spotlight going to use on this thing? I could also use a second gyro as well. It didn't have much rotational power. Oh, yeah, how's the refinery going? Okay, do stone first. It takes like 3 seconds. Could go for speed modules for the refinery, or I could go for yield. I also talked about an ore detector, yeah. The only thing is, the only ores are in boulders, which I should just be able to fly down and look at. Or at least, the only ores I've found have been in boulders. I get the feeling these spotlights can use a lot more power than I think they will. Okay, 18 minutes when flying around, that's pretty good. What if I turn up the power of the spotlights? Oh, only a slight difference. Well, I'd say it works. I think I need a little bit more power though. Can't really do another large grid battery. I might actually use small ones for the first time ever, probably. Only worry is how quickly they go flat. Ow. Well, that's a stupid spot to put a gyroscope, isn't it? It's just going to get taken out by the thruster eventually. That was not very smart of me. Can't go there either. Well, I guess all the battery ones are going here. That's a very good question, Mickey. Oh, once I get myself unstuck. Tower is going to have to end up being very tall. So we're looking at, because from some Googling, which I'm sure is always right, the tallest building in the world is about 829 meters. So it's got to be, I just rounded up to the nearest large grid block. So very tall. Hence the need for multiple wrecks and lifting ships and things. Yeah. It's also not something I would build manually by placing blocks anyway, because that would take an eternity. Eternity and a half, yeah. It's basically why I made it so silly, is that, yeah, that I wouldn't do it manually. See, if it's like, say, just 100 or 150 meters, it's like, well, you find a wrecked spaceship or two and you're basically done at that point. Yeah, fine. Small batteries should be enough. And the small batteries are gonna run out of power first, so I shouldn't suddenly have no power. If it does happen, that'd be kind of funny. I suppose I could put like a little welder pit in here for making at least small grid things. So I can just print another one if I need it. Okay, let's give me a bit more flight time. Whoa, 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 I don't want to do that. I wanted to make a group. Actually, if I ever want to extend this thing, I could probably get on a second large grid battery. Large grid. The normal size battery. Make it longer. Extend it out this side. Because I don't need to move the small batteries, which is like, it's only costing me like 6 power cells. That's fine. Refinery's still chugging away. How does my power look like with it running? Fully depleted in 8 hours. Okay, that's fine. Do I go for yield or speed modules on the refinery? I mean, considering my only ore is from boulders, yield might be the way to go. Especially as I know there's at least 2 gold boulders out there already. Actually, I'll give this thing a chance to charge up its batteries as well. Dang it, I should have got some of the gold on the way out. Actually, I think I'll go flying, because nighttime driving is a bit dicey. Plus, if I only need a little bit of gold, I can always just take this thing out and carry it with me. Alright, make sure I'm standing on this first so I don't fall off. Oh, did I not put the batteries on recharge? Oh well. Actually, I've thought of one more thing. Spotlight down is something I'm very much going to need if I'm trying to judge where to land. Where can I squeeze you in? Oh, is that going to do bad things? Just gonna end up sticking spotlights in every direction on this thing. It's basically gonna be a lighting ship. I mean, it's certainly not subtle. Okay, how does it change the power draw? Okay, it's still basically the same. Yeah, that's more like it. You can see how close the ground I'm about to crash into is. So about 15 minutes, although my batteries aren't fully charged. Crash into. Okay, yeah, this is a lot faster. Who would have thought? Yeah, that's why I still have my oxygen bottle in case I need to close my. Oh, gee, that was some trees. Some trees that were a bit higher up than I was expecting. Okay, so I've got about 18 minutes of power. Okay, and I can get here in like. Okay, yeah, a lot faster doing it this way. Landing gear. Figure, grab some gold from the boulder, and then Sunset Valley's in a really annoying place with it. I'd have to go around. Oh, jeez, I didn't realize that. Okay, I knew you descended too quickly. You gold or you magnesium? You look like magnesium to me. And you look like gold. Carefully invisible trees, yeah. There we go. The only problem is hang on. Better climb back on from the boulder. Yeah. As long as I can be standing here when I get into the seat, when I get out, it won't just drop me off the edge. Okay, so I've got to drill the other side, just be careful. But the other advantage of using this thing instead of the rover is I can run away a lot quicker if something turns up to attack me. Gunfire or something. Maybe it's just the boulders freaking me out. I'm just waiting for something to sneak up on me while I'm not paying attention. Collapsible ramp, yeah, or even just, like I said, extending this back bit and putting a ladder on it so I can just climb up. Yeah, it's easy to forget about ladders on small grid. Because I imagine a lot of time you wouldn't use them, because, like, if you're making some sort of fighter, it's normally you just get into the cockpit. I mean, it's funny. It took me like, I think it was almost a year after it was added for me to discover that small grid cryopods were a thing. Okay, let's see if we can sneak around that base to go to whatever Sunset Valley is. Go like this way. Like I'm not very subtle, so you just see a giant spotlights beaming at the ground. Okay, so doing 100 meters a second, it takes 10 seconds to do a kilometer. So to get back to base, we're looking at about 80 to 90 seconds-ish. Okay. So as long as I don't let it get down to like 2 or 3 minutes of power, I should be fine. Oh, yeah, don't get too close, don't get too close. Don't anger the security outpost. Yeah, this is some very flat terrain. Oh, I'm getting closer again. Oh no. No, no, no. Ah, why is it showing up as hostile? I can't see what it is anyway. Okay, so I know it's hostile, that's something. Okay, let's get back to base. Uh, Forwards, that's what I'm looking for. Because I really don't want to have to just keep holding in the button the whole time. Okay, how are we going to drop it for a start? Oh, okay. So as long as it's just on, just... Oh, wow, okay, yeah, just 1 kilonewton, I'm using way less power. That's perfect. Much better than pushing against the speed limit for no reason. No, it's raining. At least I think that's what it is. Yeah, my lights don't extend far enough to see that. I can't see anything beneath you, I can just see the mountains, the outlines. Yeah, probably need to start slowing down pretty soon. Oh, yep, I can see the cave entrance from up here, just. But GPS kind of obscures it. At least I think I can. The Lighting is not helping. Oh, yep, there it is. Oh. Get a bit close to the ground. Approach it in from high, don't smash into the mountain above it. How much gold do I need for your modules? It's quite a lot. Oh, okay. That explains why it was saying that speed modules use reactor components before. If you were looking at small grid and then go into this and look at large grid, it shows whatever you're looking at previously. Because I very much doubt a yield module only requires one steel plate. I need 20 superconductors. So I need 80 for all four. I have to keep extending this so I can still walk around. Okay, this might be... I might need some stairs to be able to weld all this up. Now, just get up here might be easier. Should we do top one first? Yeah. It's kind of interesting how just like basically a character's inventory full of gold is pretty much enough to get like all yield modules on a refinery. It's kind of odd how it can be this point. It's like, well, you basically reach the end of the material progression, if not necessarily scale. I suppose that's why the next update is meant to be a really big one. Because I'm trying to think if it was from Marek's blog or from the newsletter. It might have been both. It was talking about new resources, PvE stuff, something that looked like a giant thruster. Oh, I need iron. 18 superconductors. No, I'm going to be slightly short on the gold, dang it. Can we just do that? Wait, I'm pretty sure I've like disassembled all the plate, haven't I? Yeah, okay. Sounds like I might need to go back and salvage more of that wreck with the rover, just get the steel plate. It's amazing how quick I use it. No, is that all the gold? Yes, it is, okay. Okay, so one trip was able to get me slightly more than half. So another trip should pretty much finish it. Oh yeah, how bad's my power situation now? Fully depleted in 40 minutes? Uh-oh. I might need to put more wind turbines along the walls, I think. Either that or more batteries. Or steal a reactor from something. What else is using lots of power? So how much power is the refinery using now? 560 kilowatts. Oh, wait a second. What if I turn the cube's batteries off recharge? That might help. Fully depleted in 6 hours, yeah. The goal today, Signs Mac, is, well, I've roughly plotted out where the base of the tower is going to be. Currently, I'm trying to get some yield modules on this refinery. And then it's probably going to be either finding a large grid ship somewhere or making some sort of small grid lifting thing for bringing loot back. First, I need to make another trip for a little bit more gold. Luckily, this is, at least for small quantities, things are a lot faster than the rover. A lot less likely to get lost as well. Okay, start slowing down. Remember that, obviously, I don't have much in the way of thrust, so don't just fly at a million miles an hour. It's the boulder on the right. you no attach? There we go. Stone, stone, stone. Right. As long as I go this way, I'll be fine. Look on the Claim Gremlin. So I probably do need to turn up the spawn rate of cargo ships a bit more. It was a bit lower than I was expecting. Wait, where did steel plate and small steel tube come from? What? Oh, well, that should be more than enough, especially with the refinery having yield modules now. Just gonna. There we go. No, you can't pick up the voxel size of It's basically the same as the planet. It doesn't move. Oh, right. Unlocking the connector isn't going to do much of anything. Landing. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, it is a bit of a shame. I mean, obviously there's performance reasons for why it's like that. Especially considering Space Engineers originally never even had planets. And it's a similar reason why the sun is the one that orbits rather than the planets. And well, yes, there's mods that do add. They are quite complicated. Oh, it's almost daylight again, by the looks of it. Might be able to take the rover back out. Oh, but I should start slowing down a bit earlier. How's this flying in first person? Where's the... Oh, because of where my character's looking, I can't even see the helm. That's slightly trippy. It's like I'm just floating. What you want to be able to see while driving? What madness is that? Yeah, I want to at least see the thing I crash into. Yeah, that's 3. Oh, how much power is this using now? Just playing 6 hours. Okay, not quite as bad as I feared. Yeah, I think I'm going to go and take the rover and properly scrap that large grid wreck, because I'm running out of the steel plate I got from it. Wait a second, did I just disassemble some of the metal grids I need? No, these don't use metal grids, okay, good. That would have been an especially stupid thing to do. Yeah, maybe we reach through our stack of mobile voxels. And they've certainly done some cool stuff with water. There we go. Okay, that looks like it'll get a decent amount of gold. Yeah, I think it's rover time again. There isn't really a straightforward way to expand the cargo storage unless I want to move it forwards. And I'd be putting weight over the front of it, which would be interesting. Yep, good. My inventory's empty. I've still got the extra grinder for any delicate stuff I need. Why don't I keep taking the handbrake off first? I need to... I'm not going anywhere with the connector so attached. Something, grab as much steel plate as I can from this rack, and that should hopefully give me the stuff to make a small grid. It'd either be a lifter or cargo transport. Because flying transport for cargo is obviously a lot faster, then I gotta worry about how much fuss. They supplies for touching power and cargo. Actually, there is a new game which, I don't know, to me at least looks more like a tech demo in a game at this point. It's called Archean. I'm trying to think how you spell it. Or Archean. I don't know how it's actually pronounced. And it sort of looks like, imagine Space Engineers, but you made everything super realistic. The main problem with it though is you have to have a RTX to be able to play it. Oh, okay, I'm getting a little bit fast. Actually, with all that magnesium I've got, I should be able to whack down some Gatling turrets near the entrance of the cave. Inside, obviously, because otherwise I'd be straight cheating. But that should at least stop, I don't know, any drones that, like, say, somehow land and get within range of the base. I don't know why, but compared to flying, this feels faster, even though I know it's much slower. I suppose the thing inside Zimac is sometimes, depending on the game, realism can be a bad thing. I'd say, at least personally, realism isn't a good or a bad reason for something existing. I mean, if your game is entirely based around ultra, super, this is as close to real life as you can get, then sure. But often things that are realistic can be quite annoying. Probably the best example is inventory management. In a lot of games, it'll just have the auto crafting from chests, so you can just automatically pull stuff out of chests. Because, while it's probably realistic to look for all the stuff, it's not that interesting. Wait, also, where on earth am I going? I got distracted by what I was talking about. I'm just heading straight at the outpost. Yeah, it is an interesting rover. I was trying to figure out how to add extra cargo to it without tearing the whole thing to pieces, so I just stuck it on the roof, basically. Which hasn't led to me flipping over yet. Yeah, making it longer was another option. Small versions with large levels connections become a bit pointless, yeah. Yeah, right as daylight happens. Well, that's true, Artie. With the changes I made to the cave, I can't make it much wider. Make it longer, certainly, but then... Well, actually, even longer would make it tricky, because then I'd have to, like, do a three-point turn outside and then reverse in. That's what I'm thinking. One of the things I'm going to need is some sort of hangar outside the cave, so I've got more space. Yeah, messing with lots of hinges is a bit janky. I could dig a turning nook on the cave. My worry is I'd punch a hole out of the cave and then have somewhere else I've got to deal with. I mean, I partially made the cave the way it was to try and get me to basically put things outside. Can't wait to drop this whole thing on my head. Bat cave. Very small bat cave. Build a rotor turntable. That could work. Thing is, there's really not much space in there. Like I was saying before, I think maybe just like a little printing thing for small grid might be a good idea. Okay, is it going to be safe to drop this thing? I think it should be. Safety first, where I don't think a hard hat's going to save me by an entire crashed spaceship landing on my head. It was like when on Top Gear Hammond was wearing a hard hat when he was racing a falling beetle. That's like, yeah, if a car lands on your head, a safety helmet is not going to save you. Always steel plate will definitely help. So it basically indirectly gives me like thousands and thousands of iron as well if I need it. Actually, I'm curious about something. What's my current threat score? 51. Oh, right. I'm probably too far away from the base to count.
Inventory full.
Probably just gonna separate this half. The thing is, I now need a way to get up there again. Actually, come to think of it, if I'm following my no large grid outside the cave, technically I shouldn't be making ramps either. Okay, that's gonna make things a bit interesting. I hadn't thought of that. I've been cheating by accident. I didn't mean it. Okay, so no more ramps. No more placing armor block ramps. What? Although I'm not building base. Yeah, that's true, but why is that not? Wait a second. Is this bug where it doesn't take properly? No. I could have sworn I've got the mod that makes it full. 1 second. So that's kind of a problem if I haven't got it. Voltage. It's like I could have sworn I had Nev's mod, but apparently not. Now, there we are. And get the renaming one while I'm here. Okay, hopefully there's no more mods I've forgotten. I even made a mod list before I started this thing to make sure I didn't forget any, and apparently I still did. Oh, and that's not going to instantly cause it to fall to the ground. What's going to happen is when the grid gets updated again, it will fall to the ground. Okay, so it should be as soon as I grind down a block, probably this one. There we go. It's like magic. Being like Looney Tunes, they explode in a single tap, they turn to dust. Yeah. How much cargo space? Oh, okay. Oh, geez, I've got heaps of cargo space left. Perfect. Because obviously separating this grid has now depowered it.
Inventory full.
Which means if I head back to base, it would probably get cleaned up. Now it's not connected to the battery anymore. Oh boy. Let's do it. Alright, so batteries, what it's attached to.
Inventory full.
Luckily, my rover is parked at a... Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty safe distance. Jeez, the middle grids take up a lot of storage space. Oh. Oh. Wait. Door? Okay. Okay. That gives me some other stuff I probably don't have much of, like bulletproof glass. Wait a second, is jumping faster? So I sprint at 10 meters a second. When I jump, it like briefly goes up to 11 or 12, but then it slows down when I land again. Oh. I'm just terrified it's suddenly gonna like flip over and land on the rover. It's kind of surprising you can basically stuff like all the components to make something this big into a cargo container of a rover that's rather small. Curious, does I guess it doesn't even fit there. Yeah, the hitbox of the cockpit gets in the way. I think. How wide is this? Actually, maybe it doesn't. Oh, right, of course. The Gatling turret's got that really big hitbox on the side. Or I'm just not going to line up properly. Hey, what if I get some... Oh, wait a second. Dang it, can't go there. You can go up like half a block. Oh, well. If we're going to put a turret on, the turret will go on top anyway. Special expanded space deal. Yeah, the containers are actually portals to another dimension. Oh, the whole thing's tipping. Plus, completing getting rid of this thing will hopefully allow something else to spawn that hopefully isn't one of these enemy stations that's around. I'm going to have to figure out how to deal with them. Because somehow I don't imagine they're the friendly storage station that let you just walk in and take them out. Hand wavy leads to better gameplay rather than realism, yeah. I think it's funny to both point out the bit where the realism doesn't make sense while also acknowledging that, yeah, it's probably a good thing. Like, for example, Icarus calling in orbital strikes would be realistic, certainly, but it also wouldn't be that interesting. It's like, hey, his objective. Oh, I'll just blow it up. So good thing the rover has the survival kit in case I do get squished. Wait, or does it? Where is the survival kit? Yeah, I mean, Icarus is sort of set weirdly in the future. Oh, strike combat, that's quite big. Oh, wait a second. How did that... Okay. I'm not actually sure if the survival kit would have worked if I died. I think what it does in that situation is just sticks you outside if it can't place you directly where it wants to. Like, for example, if you use creative mode and, say, stick a medical room or survival kit at the center of the planet, it will spawn you on the surface, like, directly above it. Oh. Frontier outposts. Lookout tower might be a bit easier? I don't know. I know from AO those frontier outposts are a bit of a pain. They've got big guns on them. Oh. Ah. Didn't mean to split it in half. This would have been a lot slower if I was still stuck using the basic grinder.
Inventory full.
I mean, I suppose I could go for a flying grinder ship, although that presents its own problems of... Why have you done that? Hang on. I might be able to fix it. There we go. I'm guessing that block was probably split off at the start. Because, yeah, the way the grinder crane, maybe. I definitely think some sort of crane-based thing for moving blocks into place could work. Yeah, the way the mod that forces things to turn dynamic when they split is... Yeah, it's pretty much whenever the grid gets updated, so... Whenever a block gets removed, it checks if it's split.
Full.
Because at some point, Keen changed it where grids over a certain size just don't become mobile anymore.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Don't or can't. You can still manually turn them mobile, but they won't turn mobile from the grid splitting.
Inventory full.
Which I imagine was probably a performance thing, because they wouldn't want to be constantly checking it. I suppose at some point I should probably just start collecting batteries. Because I'm going to need them, but not right now. Okay, how much stuff have I got now? 1,000, 1,200, 2,000-ish, 2,000, 3,000. Okay, so about 3,000 steel plate and a bunch of other stuff. That sounds good to me. Now this might change the performance. Oh geez, I've made nearly 100,000 now. This is vehicle's gained a bit of weight now. Just be more careful. I need to up the wheel power a little bit to say 69%. Probably don't want to go too fast either because I've got a bit of a lower ride height. Although I think part of it is just the grass is so thick around here. As Clarks would say power, then just smash it off, yeah. Yezel ERC 130 transport. Actually, if all the enemies are over this way, I suppose what I could do is look over to the sort of southwest area where there isn't anything spawned out there yet. See if I can find some more loot. Because I haven't seen any new ground-based stuff around here for a little bit. Magnesium, nickel, silver. No, I don't really need more of any of those. Oh yeah, I mentioned it last time, but has anyone figured out what this planet is? It's very much not a vanilla one. I don't think when I changed my mod list it showed up in the list. So that would make it kind of easy. It's at 120 kilometer like maximum size, so it's not one of those little planets. Okay, so let's stick on the right. Okay, I'll take the hill on the right. This looks like the smoothest-ish path. Alright, I just gotta stay out of the green bit. Stick on the barley? Wheat? It's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, because the cave is like just... It's like barely off into the green foresty bit. It's a lot easier to drive on this bit as well with the severe change in the amount of trees. Yeah, it's a lot more over there. Wait, is something... No, it's just the security outpost things. Thought there was something else over there. Oh, guess I get to cut through this bit. Actually, with something else, and this is a while ago I learned this, but it's kind of annoying. One of the things that you can't really mod without a plugin anyway is when you hold the Alt button for the free like camera rotation, like the turnaround, it forces everything into full signal mode. Like you notice how normally it only shows the text if I'm sort of looking in the direction of it. When you hold Alt, it highlights all of them. And yeah, that's not something you can easily change, which is slightly annoying. And then obviously with the default, or was it the build planner to dump items into chests also brings it up as well, because that's Alt middle mouse button. Okay, we've almost made it. Yeah, after getting lost that first time, it's a lot easier to remember to just stick to the edge of the green bit. Simple, and I'm less likely to end up in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, super gremlin chilling up there. Actually, if I was going to do some sort of lifting vehicle, I could be something that like attaches to a connector on top. Or just have a bit sensitive. I don't know. I mean, the problem would be making this even more top heavy if I was essentially using it to save power on the lifter. This looks like an Engineers VOD. I don't think it is. As far as I know, it's not. Well, actually, when I go exploring to the south, sort of west, it might give away where it is. Like driving first person, it's just I'm terrified I'm going to smash the front off because I can't see where it is. Okay, can I make it up here? Power. Whoa, yeah. Okay, that last bit's slightly scary. And so this is why making the rover wider or longer would be interesting. Trying to do this maneuver, I'd have to do it outside. I could probably get a little bit of side railing. I don't think I need that anymore. Oops. Now we're finally got the scrap metal. Actually, wait, what did I have the conveyor sorter set to pull in? Units or components. Okay, so not ammo, that's the one thing. How's battery power looking? Fully recharged in 16 days, perfect. How does it take to recharge? Fully recharged in 10 minutes. Why are they still fully depleted? Ow, because the big battery's taking it all. Okay, what if I just... Okay, I still got plenty of power. Okay, let's have a look this way. See what we've got. Oh geez, I should not be flying so low to the ground. I was considering adding the water mod to this because it is... I mean, it certainly works with it. The only problem is some of the wreck stuff would end up spawning underwater. Oncoming up boreal foliage, is true. But has anyone figured out what this place is yet? I'm intentionally flying quite low because an aerial view would kind of give away what this is. Yeah, somehow I don't think there's going to be any bases spawning here. Nope. Got another LCE thing. 4 kilometers... Oh, over that way. Certainly, running out of ice will definitely not be a problem. Oh, wait a second. Is this actually ore? Oh geez, I'm going a bit fast. Okay, fine. Looks like it might be something. I can confirm it is something. I probably don't want to risk getting out. Yeah, but with the water mod like this, pretty much this whole area would be underwater. It looks kind of cool without it. I didn't bother GPSing it. At least I might be able to see what this LCE farm thing is. Plus I do think it looks kind of funny with the planetary installation just out on the ice. Wait, is it neutral? Is it hostile? It can't decide apparently. Oh, my small batteries have just gone flat. Okay, I should probably just get rid of the small batteries. They're not doing all that much. Don't want to get too close because if it's hostile, it might shoot me. But it looks like some sort of fence. Then like a farmhouse. I assume that's what it is. Alright, I should be using the thruster override. Walls maybe that. Kind of odd if the walls are only on the ice. I wonder if anyone recognizes it now. More frontier outposts, really? Apparently they're a popular choice. Oh, so it looks like how these bases are actually down on the ice. Which means I might be able to sneak up. Planetcraft the ice melted, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely made with the water mod as an option. Like you can see roughly where the sandy coastline bits are. No. Not quite. Yeah, I put the cave here so I didn't have to. So I had a nice little spot to hide, but I also had pretty easy access to smooth terrain. Because putting it like in the middle would have been a nightmare to get out of. Also helped that this was like the tallest mountain that was sort of accessible as well. Actually, I've just had an idea. What I could do with is make a small grid lifting ship that the rover can carry, and then have the rover have like a trailer. So I can use the ship to put everything onto the trailer and then use the trailer to carry it back. Because that way the flying thing doesn't have to be able to carry as much weight if it immediately drops it off. Just gonna get rid of these small batteries. They just go flat too quickly. Help the jar. For say what? Do I extend this thing? I'll probably just leave it as it is. The only thing is, if I'm going to be making another small grid rover, I'm going to need more room. Either that or I've got to like build it out here. But first, how much magnesium do I have now? 88. I think it's potentially time for some Gatling turrets by the entrance. I suppose, like, for the purposes of counting what is and isn't in the cave, I'll probably just use this bit where it changes to grass. That's probably the simplest way of doing it. Probably also don't want to go too far out because don't want the conveyor line breaking. Does that give me enough space? It's only I hadn't really thought about that, but I was probably going to say no. Just because it will force me to move things outside. Like, for example, if I'm wanting to store all the blocks I've captured, I probably need some sort of hangar outside, because I wouldn't be able to fit it in here. I just wanted this as like the starting area so I don't just get Stone Age into oblivion, but yeah, I wanted to force myself to go outside. Okay, they do fit good. Now, this might be slightly expensive. Actually, what I might do is just whack down a cargo container, at least for the moment. Obviously also got to leave enough space to still be able to drive out. So get rid of this. Come on, can I get attached to this side? Doesn't want to place that. Okay, that should be attached now. Obviously, I want to stick this out as little as possible. Kind of interesting how I didn't quite get lined up straight. It's kind of slightly off to one side. Okay, that should leave easy enough space to drive out of. Need to set them to target. Increase max range. Target only weapons, because if I'm wanting to loot things, then again I don't want things suiciding into my base. Now, defense block is probably also a good idea. We want to put this at the back of the base somewhere. Wonder what happens if you set it to flee. Although I'd probably just go, this is a stack grid, I can't do that. I think if I use target locking, it will mean the turrets will already be pointing anything that turns up. Ow. Right. Disassemble some of the 80 million... That's why I brought all the steel plate back with me, so I could disassemble it for more iron. Quite enough nickel. There was a nickel boulder out there. I suppose that's what I'm going to end up doing a lot is, if it's something I just need a little bit of, I can just always take the flyer out. Because I do realize that putting those two turrets there also raises my threat and means meaner stuff can spawn, which is... yeah, it could be interesting. Turn off idle even as well. Thank you for the tier 1 signs are back. Now, how much ammo do I want? So 1 magnesium per. How much did I say I had? Like 80 something? I suppose, 15 or... I think 15 cases each should be enough. Also think I need to weld up this connecting line at least a bit, because otherwise it's going to immediately split and the turret's going to get depowered, which isn't very good. Wait, is it because of my spotlight? Why is it flickering? I've got the mod that fixes that. Why is it the spotlights? Nah, it's still doing it. Weird. And needs more nickel, of course. Yeah, I definitely think I'll get these turrets loaded up, go and grab some nickel from the boulder, and then figure out where I'm going to build a small grid ship. Okay, I think back to like here should be far enough. Actually, might as well just keep going. Might have been smart to use interior wall because it's a lot cheaper, but I kind of don't want it getting blown up. Okay, I've still got like 2,000 steel plate. That's fine. Actually, I think compromise past here I'll use interior wall because at that point it's pretty much fine. Like if that bit far in is getting damaged, well, things have gone badly wrong anyway. Why did my running jump suddenly make such a loud noise? Weird. Okay, just a little more steel plate. I say as I've used arguably like half of it just doing this welding, which is maybe not the smartest thing in the world. There we go. Now load these turrets up with the ammo. It just did it again. It made... Was it because I jumped downwards and made a louder noise? What was it? It's felt like... Ow! And then if I jump slightly further, I make the pain noise. So if I just walk normally... Yeah, yep. Okay, take the I'm calling it the hamster cube. Out for a spin. Go grab some nickel. Oh, only 16 minutes. Yeah, trying to drive through that forest with the updragged trees would be a bit of a pain. Now you can't just smash them down as easy as you used to. On the positive side, you also don't get randomly sent into space or self-destruct when hitting them. Actually, I suppose with all of them spawning out on the ice, I could head further north-northeast. See how long this smooth bit of terrain goes for. Oh, going a bit fast. Why'd I turn around to slow down? I have exactly the same number of forward and reverse thrusters. What difference did I think that was going to make? Oh, the other small batteries I forgot to remove anyway, which are also flat, unsurprisingly. Trying to think of what the uses for those small batteries are. Like, unless you're doing like some sort of temporary power source, it's really not worth it. Okay, wow, that was a lot easier than gold. The nickel is basically everything. Oh. Now this maneuver is a bit more tricky than it was before. Okay, so look at that. Like, nope. Hang on, can I just... Oh, can't we just stick a ladder on there with the thrusters there? Oh. I can nearly just jump up. Doesn't really matter, I can just access it from down here. Yeah, maybe. Oh jeez, I just need to detach it. Come on. Really? Ladder off the side. I mean, if the ladder goes like... It'd have to be sort of be like on this corner, yeah. Come on, surely I should just be able to access the helm from the ground. No, what have I done? Just not very good at lining up the jump, apparently. This boulder is apparently mean and doesn't want me climbing on it. I don't have plates in inventory because it's entirely full of the nickel. I should just be able to... There we go. Yes, probably does need a better way of getting onto it. Always have plates with you. The ladder is excellent. Yeah. I mean, it seems to have plenty of lifts. I could probably get away with making it longer while still only keeping the same number of lifting thrusters and side ones. Like, it's pretty... Yeah, I mean, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's not really bad either. Yeah, I've also got to be careful entering the base if there's something chasing me to not get shot by my own guns. Be rather unfortunate. Okay, how much is this going to produce? Oh, okay, that's going to be quite a lot. Okay, how can I do this? I don't think I'm going to need to extend it to do it. Whoops. Didn't quite mean to do it like that. Unfortunately, this is going to make it slightly less of a cube now. One of the things is, if I extend it out far enough, I can put the ladder at the end and just recess the thrusters. Well, I guess I'm turning it from a cube into an ironing board. Sure how I feel about this. Kinda liked when it's just a cube. It certainly works. Yeah, I think this is gonna make it too complicated. I think honestly just sticking with the cube shape might be the better idea. Because I like the cube. I don't like ironing boards quite so much. I'm trying to come up with some alternate way to get on it. Oh, why that jump me so far? Can't we do ones on the side, you there? Can't we do ones on the front? I've designed it too compactly. There isn't really a place to put a ladder. I suppose the other option, although... I mean, I could change this from a helm to a cockpit or something. Although, I kind of like with the helm that you're standing out in the open on it. Okay, definitely not fighter or industrial. Oh, we could go for cab. Oh, actually, that's an idea. Use the cab because then I can have a horizontal connector, so I can put the landing gear underneath instead. That way, I can just land on the ground rather than having to attach weirdly to the sides of things. And it's only slightly breaking the cube. Plus, I can just have it like attached up here, somewhere that's more out of the way. I think the vertical connector was mainly so it was easier to build it in the first place, rather than having to hang it off a rotor or something. No, only thing is you can only get onto it from that. Okay, so you're gonna be able to aim at the cab cockpit. Ow. I've also very much not put the cockpit the correct orientation. This doesn't look right. Yeah, that's... Something's gone wrong there. I think I just assumed that the connector... Wait a second. It's the normal... Yeah, it's not... Okay, so it's actually that way, with the big connector underneath. I could have sworn... Oh yeah, it's the fighter cockpit that has the... Yes, face palm, it very much is. It's the fighter cockpit that's got the one at the back. What about industrial? Doesn't have any large ports. Helm obviously doesn't have any. So if I'd want to do this, I'd have to use the fighter one, which is a bit large. I mean, I technically don't need to be conveyed, so I can just use the normal cockpit. I'll just wedge a conveyor converter in. That'd also work. I'm trying to keep it as cuboid as possible. Alright, easy that way. The ATV stock. Oh, the yeah, this thing's only got. It's only be smaller. Actually, what is that under? Because why doesn't it show up under the normal? Must be under the group of something else. Because it's not under the normal cockpits list. Ah, wait a second, is it, thought so, yeah. The thing is, only the saddle has a conveyor port on it. And that one's got the ports lower down. Whereas this one's, they're centered, which makes it easiest for using that converter to change. You see, I kind of like that compactness. Don't tell me I put the cockpit upside down again. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Do I have silicon? Really? Oh right, of course. Nothing has silicon in it, basically. Honestly, I don't think I'll mind it once I get rid of the bottom connector. It's just with the two connectors it looks kind of weird. Oh yeah, and the ore detector. Okay. So I need... Well, I'll just be able to pick up stuff for gyros. Because what am I getting rid of when I remove the connector? Okay, it's just the gyros. So I should probably do the replacement ones first. Oh, why is that one got to be special and rotated differently? Where are we gonna stick this connector? I mean, strictly speaking, it doesn't need a conveyor line. And so I could just stick it up here. Now, except then I can't really get down with that, can I? Dang it, I haven't got anything attaching it to the base of this conveyor line. It's kind of annoying. I'm only recharging, yeah. The problem is I have to get off it to get... I have to be able to access it from the base itself. Just need a block or two of height. I'm not going to be able to get up that way. Yeah, actually. Do more weird pathing. Yeah, I just picked up a steel plate. Oh, I grabbed something else. I could just use that. The problem is ladders are not fast. Just be the easiest way of doing it. I can do all this just so I can have a vertical landing gear, basically. What? Oh, right, because I changed cockpits. I think it's easier if I move it first and then... Oh, right, wrong connector. So I'm going to plummet, luckily not to my death. Okay, now I'm going to figure out how on earth I'm going to make it so I can get up there. I probably still want to be able to access this bit of inventory, so I'm going to need some stairs, I think. Actually, yeah, this will work. Yep, I can still get under here and access it. Unable to place. Okay, now we bring out the, well, I wouldn't call it cheating per se. Actually, wait, no, I used the corner, what are they called? Light. Oh yeah, they are called corner lights. I wasn't sure. Put a corner light there. Okay, I think the stair needs to start one further back. Otherwise, it's gonna be... Whoops. Yeah, using this, especially it's good because it doubles as lighting, but the neon tube ups are a lot less noticeable than these. This way of doing it. But it basically lets you do freestanding stairs, as long as you've got space underneath. Yeah, the problem with using ladders is, yes, they do work, but it's really tedious to get on a ladder, slowly climb up, get off a ladder. Especially with climbing off the top of the ladder can be weird sometimes. Actually, this will work perfectly. You can just... I suppose the only thing is... okay, yeah, I just go... Yeah, as long as I remember to get in the... drone thing from above, it should be fine. Yeah, just make some more tubes. Dang it, there's that one light that I haven't got yet. Which will probably annoy me later. Whoops. And I just want to... I don't know, I want a big plate. Large mega plate. Yeah, this is more like it. I might change it later. But it's getting a bit towards lunchtime, so I'll finish up here. Next time it'll be more exploring and possibly that adding some sort of lifting vehicle for this thing. So I'll be back on Saturday, hopefully, with more Valheim, and then I think we can sort of close-ish to finishing Planet Crafter with Splits and Capac. So, see you then. Bye.